Chris Krebs, Dynomite Diesel. One of the sales guys, answer the phone, respond to emails, and also help build in the shop, as well as travel to events and put on dealer training. A little video I want to toss together for companies and small shops that sell our product but might not have a little bit more knowledge of what the DDP difference is and what makes Dynomite stand out. So basically, we're located in Hayden, Idaho. We build injectors for many different applications, anything from your stock power replacements up to full-blown competition stuff. So if you have a question whether we can do it or not, give us a call or shoot us an email, and we can do our best to help you out there. DDP products, whether it be a reman or a brand new, is going to come with a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty. And we're going to balance every set of injectors within 2%. So that truck's going to run, it's going to idle, it's going to have a quicker throttle response, and it's going to be an overall better lasting injector for your customers. I'll talk a little bit more of that here in a bit, but basically just kind of want to go over a slideshow that I have, and we can also send this out to you as well if you request it. So talking about some of the equipment that we have in-house, here at DDP we have one EDM with another one on the way. We have our extrude hone machine, our new AFM machine, very high-tech Borescope that we use for the manufacturing and for our testing that I'll talk about. Multiple calibration stands, whether it be for mechanical or common rail. Our laser engraver. Laser engraver is kind of important, especially for someone that buys a truck. They might not know what's in it. So if you see our DDP logo on there, it's going to have our part number. Say it's a 325-90. That's our 04.5 to 07, 90 horsepower. And then it's got to have a letter and a number on the bottom. The letter is going to stand for the month, and then a dash, and then 2 numbers. So basically, if it's A-23, that injector was manufactured by us in January of 2023. So it'll help with the warranty, help the customer know how long it was. And then one of our other new things we have is a new chassis dyno with all the gas testing equipment. So that's been very helpful in basically building a set of injectors, seeing how they respond in the truck, seeing what the smoke output looks like, drivability, and that's helping us build a lot cleaner injector that's going to get a lot more life, and it's going to give your truck power but be very clean. So one of the first things we have is our EDM. That stands for electrical discharge machining. Basically, we're able to poke a hole in a nozzle. I believe our smallest wire is like 0.003. So a very small hole, the thickness of a piece of paper basically. But this will allow us to either add holes, chase holes, or start out with one of our blank nozzles and build a injector size specifically for your application. And this also helps us build a smaller hole that we're able to AFM. And the smaller holes with the AFM machine, and we've noticed that we've been able to build a injector that's a lot smaller hole size, which is going to help this atomize a lot better in the truck, give you cleaner power, and also better response as far as that goes. The EDM is very cool. We have our one, like I said, we have another one that's set to be delivered that'll actually be a dual head. So basically right now, if we want to build a nozzle that has 2 different hole sizes, we have to run one whole set of holes through the set, or how many nozzles we're building, and then change out the wire size. Our new one will actually be able to hold 2 different pieces of wire, so it'll basically help speed up that process as well. Talking a little bit about the custom nozzles and the blanks, a lot of guys are having problems, say with the 5.9 trucks. You know, they're getting higher mileage, they're getting worn out. You can find 6.7 motors pretty easy, and also the parts, some of those are a little more accessible. A lot of guys are wanting to put 6.7s in the 5.9 trucks, basically using all the 5.9 injectors and electronics, which is pretty popular. Back in the day, we used to run the 305 spray pattern, basically your early 0304 if you're using the standard pickup pulls. So that's a 143 spray pattern. The 6.7 is a 146. So with our blank nozzles, we're actually able to build you a specific 146 spray pattern. So it's going to make the truck have the exact spray pattern of what it should have. It's going to function better, drive better. The other thing is with custom piston bowls, we're able to make something for you, specifically like the Duramex oval bowl pistons. We actually have an oval bowl spray pattern that will help out as well. The AFM machining, talking about that compared to the extrude hone. The extrude hone is a lot thicker putty that's used to enlarge, get the K factor in that nozzle, kind of your round radius that's going in that. The AFM is a lot thinner compared to the putty like, so it's actually going to be able to push easier through the smaller holes. This gives us better shaping, and also we're able to build a smaller hole that's going to flow like a larger hole, there again for your better atomization and drivability. The AFM is very precise as well. If we tell it we want 26.25, it's going to give us 26.25 every time instead of trying to read it on a meter. That is going to give you your better K factor. EDM basically leaves the rough edges. The extrude hone, the AFM is going to go in and clean that up, but it's also going to enlarge it. The good thing without having our EDM in-house is we can select what hole size we want instead of just having to push more media through. Once you start pushing a lot more media through, it starts to just, I guess, make the hole not as round. It doesn't look as good. So basically that's going to help out with that. Our Borescope, we have a very high-end Borescope. When we're EDMing a nozzle, that's going to help us take that nozzle off the EDM, go over to the Borescope and look at it, make sure the hole placement's where we want as far as height, spacing, things like that. But then also we use this Borescope a lot for our testing procedures. We're able to take a very nice photo of the inside of your nozzles, look at the control valves, down the feed ports of the bodies, and then we're able to document this, provide you with a Google Drive folder that you can share with your customer, show your customer, this is what you have, this is some issues we're seeing in your injectors, or if we find, you know, steel, rust, water, outside contaminants, we're able to document that so you can show it to your customer instead of just word of mouth. Our calibration stands that we have two different pot bench stands currently for all our mechanicals, and we have, I think, 5 calibration stands for the common rail. Our newest stand has rate shape, so we're actually able to just see how long the injector takes to turn on once it's commanded to, how long that stays on, and then how quickly it shuts off. So it's very nice when we're building an injector. We can speed it up, slow it down, make sure it's functioning properly as it would in a vehicle. Again, all of our injectors are balanced within 2%. If you take someone's injector out of a box that's not balanced as a set, a lot of times we see anywhere from a 15 to 18% variance in delivery, whether it be 15% high, 15% low. So then the truck's trying to compensate for that. Here at DDP, all of our common rail sets, our match sets, anywhere from Eco up, are all going to be balanced within 2%. That's going to give you a smoother, quieter idling truck, better tip and throttle response, and overall a better performing injector for your vehicle. The other cool thing that we have, like talked about briefly, is our chassis dyno. We have a Dynocom hub dyno along with all the gas testing equipment. This has been very helpful with getting new machines, specifically our AFM. We noticed that with the VP and a lot of mechanical stuff, even up into our common rail stuff, we're able to build that smaller hole that still outflows the old larger holes. So what we noticed with this was we had a local truck started having some heat issues. They said it was a little smokier than normal compared to our old recipe. So we got that truck over here, and sure enough, it was making a lot more power it should have with the set of injectors in it. We took the truck, bolted it up to the hub dyno, started running some tests, and we played with multiple different sets of injectors and got it dialed back down into where it was. So that truck left being very, very clean, made like 470 horse, just under 500 horse with no tuner in it. Customer was super happy. So we're able to test different injectors. If we make changes or have an issue, we can go back and start looking at that. This is also going to hopefully allow us to do EO testing in-house once this all gets up and going, and it's going to just help us build a better product for you and the end users. Talking about calibration as well with the 2%, all your guys in your match set of injectors will get a flow sheet. Very important, please keep that flow sheet pass it on to the customer. That flow sheet is specific to your set of injectors. If your customer decides to get some custom tuning done, they can provide that to the tuner and they can take it from there and do what they need to do. Also, it's going to help us if there's an issue, we can go back and look at it. If the set of injectors comes back, you know, a year or two later, we can look and see if something's changed in that. And basically, it's going to be basically the blueprint of that set of injectors. So make sure you hold on to that. Talk a little bit more about testing. We offer testing as far as customers that, you know, say they lose a motor or they want to do a health check on injectors, they're doing some work on the truck. We can do several different things. Those injectors can be sent into us. The easiest way to do that is hop on dynomitediesel.com. The fourth tab over says injector testing. Click on this tab. It's going to have a drop down. Basically, it's going to have a spot for you or your customer to put your name, their name, all the contact information, what kind of vehicle, mileage, etc. And then some brief descriptions of what's going on. This truck came in with a cracked piston. We're going to do a refresh. Customer wants to either upgrade injectors if they're safe. If not, you know, look at some other options. So please submit that electronically. Print a copy, put it in the box. Make sure to package those injectors up good. We see it all too often. They're just thrown in a box. They show up with broken solenoids, other damage, or sometimes completely missing out of the box. So make sure you package them really well. So once those injectors arrive here at Dynomite Diesel, we'll check them in. And then basically they'll go back to our testing bench where those injectors will be cleaned up physically from the outside, get all the oil and stuff off them. And then they will start pulling them down and taking a look. We'll pull the solenoids, we'll take a look at the control valves, you know, check the resistance on the solenoids, make sure they're functioning properly. Pull the nozzles off. We'll take pictures of the nozzles internally to see if we see contamination, whether it be rust, water, if there's an engine failure, maybe some piston material, things like that. We'll document all this stuff. We'll make a Google Drive folder. We'll send it to the shop or the customer, and basically they'll be able to open it up and see all the photos that we've taken, along with recommendations of this set looks safe to go ahead and upgrade the nozzle set. Here's the price, or this set is unsavable. There's too much contamination to either run them in our machine or not guarantee the life of the set of injectors. So if that is the case, we do not charge you for the testing fee as your customer or you purchase a new set of injectors, so you're not getting charged for testing and a new set. If the customer decides they want them back, there's just a visual inspection fee and the shipping back. So all that's explained there on the website as well. If they are salvageable and we do run them on the stands, you will get another flow sheet. We'll go through and calibrate them. Most of the time we can get the use set within 2%. I'd say 99% of the time they come back like that. If there's an issue, we'll let the customer know and decide which way they want to go on that. We have dealers all over the US, so shipping is very quick. Also, we're centrally located in northern Idaho. Well, I guess not really centrally, but we do ship daily, whether it be overnight. We send stuff to Canada, Australia, all over. So most of the stuff we have on the shelf, I would say that we have everything from all our mechanicals besides our customs and our super metals is on the shelf. Small parts, whether it be your fuel plates, your fuel pins, governor springs, things like that are on the shelf ready to go. When you get into your common rail stuff, we have our 305, 325, 67 news individuals. Those are on the shelf ready to go, as well as your Ecos, 50s, 90s, LMLs, Duramax stuff. We seem to have a decent amount of the small stuff on the shelf as well. If you have a question on a lead time, give us a call. Most of the time our lead time, if we get an order in soon enough, we can have it either done the same day, if not next day, as long as we have everything on the shelf ready to go. So help speed up those shipping times for you. Again, all our Dynomite products have a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty, pumps with a 1 year. We understand that sometimes something happens, whether it's a solenoid nut breaks on install, drop an injector, maybe get a piece of debris in the injector. If there's an issue like that, get a hold of us. We'll help get a situation taken care of as quickly as possible, whether we need to send you another one out, whether you send that one back real if it's a real custom set. That way you can get the truck up and going as quickly as possible. We do have several different liquids as well, as far as fuel additives. We have our freeze fighter, basically an anti-gel for the cold winter months. Our injector protector, though, we send a bottle in all our common rail sets. Put that in for your customer. You're going to notice an increase in cetane in that, bumps it up. Also adds, a lot of lube points, especially fuel nowadays. We recommend running, whether it's our injector protector or whatever the customer has to get in the truck. Anything's going to help nowadays, as long with a good fuel system and proper maintenance. It's going to help those live a long time. So we're located on multiple different forums, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but also give us a call. Numbers on the website. If you have questions, email us. Tim and I are normally the two sales guys in there answering the phone. Sometimes we do get pretty busy, but we'll answer the phone or get back to you as quick as we can. Any questions, hit us up, sales@dynomitediesel.com, and hopefully do some more little short videos talking about different products, different horsepower ratings, and help you get a package together for a customer. Something we get phone calls on all the time, so feel free, hit us up. We'll help, recommend, this truck, this will work good for whatever turbo application you have, as far as injectors and other supporting modifications. So again, if you have any questions, hit us up, 208-209-3214, or shoot us an email. Thanks, have a great day.